My dad was one of the original Barkays,
Oh, yeah?
you know, who was down with Stax, and he played with Otis Redding. So he played on a lot of big records like Shaft and you know, Try a Little Tenderness, you know, with Jay-Z. When you hear Jay-Z and Kanye, Otis, that's my daddy playing the bass. He was 17 years old.
Wow.
You know, you're talking about some of the biggest stars in the world coming to eat at our house. Ladies and gentlemen,
it's your boy, Phil Wham Bam Benamino, baby. It's another Wham Bam Wednesday. You know, the show about ordinary people who've done extraordinary things. And as always, first, subscribe, baby. Hit the subscribe button. It costs $0. Give us some love, man. We need this, okay? Because we got great guests in the house. And if you already heard, you might already know you got a legend in the house. That's right. This guy, you hear him before you hear the beats that this man is making. He's a legend himself. We got Jazze Pha in the house. What's up,
ladies and gentlemen, you're now tuned into the very best of yours truly, Jazze Fizzle, a.k.a. Fenzel Burgundy, Obama Luther King Jr. Jackson 5 the first. And, hey,
the Fizzle Medizzle?
oh, boy. And you are checking out Wham Bam's podcast.
That's right.
Oh, boy.
Right. So, Jazze, let's get right into it, man.
Okay.
You know, because obviously a legend. You worked with a lot of recording artists. You got a lot of big hits. You founded people like Ciara.
Yeah.
You know, you work with T.I., you work with Luda, you work with all the big boys and stuff.
Yeah.
And your energy is just infectious. I just want you to know that.
Hey, man.
So you got to be a hot commodity to, you know, for these artists and stuff. How do you choose who do you work with and who you don't?
Man, it's all about the energy.
Yeah.
It's about the energy being reciprocated. You know what I'm saying? So you feel the energy, you see the energy.
Oh, yeah.
And if I see people that don't have that spark, you know what I mean, or the potential, because sometimes people need to be, you know, get a little encouraged.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? But if you don't see the potential and or even hear it in the music, like, I don't waste my time.
Right.
Because, you know, there's a line. You know what I mean? There's a line. I tell people all the time, you come in here and you don't do your best. As soon as you walk out that door, somebody comes in and just kills it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, it's all about those people who really, really want it.
What about the money? Can they throw money at you to get you in the door? Or is it not really money? I mean, have you ever turned down a big money opportunity because you didn't like the artist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. I have. I've done
Much
it a few.
respect. Much respect for that.
Yeah, I've done it a couple times because, I mean, time, you can't get the time back.
That's right.
You can't get the time back. And see, there's always something over there on the other side that's like more interesting to do with your time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So when you're not like in the hole somewhere, you know what I mean? Right. Sometimes, you know, I've done things previously before I knew the value of time that, you know, it was about money. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, sometimes like they always say, all money ain't good money. Mm-hmm. You know, you get the money, you're like, I hate I did this. And then, you know, those are the artists trying to get you to fix something that ain't even broke. Mm. They just don't know.
Most of the time when they're throwing the money, they don't understand what money really is. Because ultimately, it's not anybody's money. It's a tool. It's going to go through your hands to somebody else.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You have to, the money's no good. Cash is trash.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to use it to get something. You know, for that. So sometimes people that are throwing it, they thinking, oh, you're going to do it just for the money. Yeah. And it's like, nah, man.
Oh, he'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah. He'll do it. I can buy him. You know, so you're not being bought.
No.
Was there a time where you could, though, when you were younger, maybe? I
always had morals. You know what I mean? I was just raised right. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
You always kind of know when, you know, you're like, you know, I'll wait.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll wait. But I mean, I ain't really been, you know, indecently proposed to too many times. So.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Let's go back in time. Let's go back to when Jay-Z. When did you first start and realize music was something that you wanted to pursue as a career? I mean, born in what, Memphis, Tennessee?
Yeah, Memphis, Tennessee.
Man, Tennessee.
Yeah, but I grew up in Cali.
Yeah?
I grew up a lot in California. My dad and mom, you know, they kind of split up early around when I was like 4 years old.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I grew up a lot, you know, from what I remember from as a baby. And Memphis is like very vague, you know, since I was so young. But when I went to California, life just like got really, really diverse for me because my mom was in business as well. My dad was one of the original Barkays, you know, who was down with Stax, and he played with Otis Redding. Isaac Hayes, and
Gotcha.
they were like the house band for Stax Records. So he played on a lot of big records like Shaft and Try a Little Tenderness. With Jay-Z, when you hear Jay-Z and Kanye, Otis, that's my daddy playing the bass. He was 17 years old.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So
the music's in the genes.
Yeah. So you talking about lineage out of control. You talking about some of the biggest stars in the world coming to eat at our house. You know what I mean? And I'm wondering, why are these people coming to eat at our house? Because my daddy was the man. He wasn't just the man, but he was the man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Baby Scarface. Baby Scarface.
Baby Scarface. You like that, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm
my
saying? You connect. I was like, why is everybody coming over here? I was like, oh, he got the dope.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't for the cooking, is what you're saying.
Oh boy.
So, so talk to us a little bit about your music. Like, you start playing instruments and stuff, or what?
Well, I started singing. I was singing in the choir. My mom was, she got, saved, and when she went to LA, she ended up getting saved, and she joined the choir. And she put me in a children's choir, and we were just like, she was always be like, praise and worship team and stuff like that. So she had me in the church early.
Gotcha.
So that's why I really learned how to use my vocals.
It's so funny because a lot of artists that I've had here on the show, it all goes back to church, man.
Yeah,
it really does. It goes back to
that's what that real soul is.
That is where the soul is.
You know what I'm saying? That real soul is.
Yeah.
So as I got older, I began to when I got my grades were up to par, my dad would take me out on the road with him. He was in Memphis, but he would go on tour. So he would pass through. He'd be like, "Man, you want to go on the road in the summer?" Like, yeah. So I go on the road with him. And man, I used to see everybody from the Fat Boys to Run DMC to Fresh Prince.
Going way back.
Yeah, NWA,
Wow.
you know what I'm saying? Seeing LL Cool J, The Barge, all those groups backstage, and being backstage with Luther and, Michael Jackson and the Jacksons. And, it's just, it's surreal, you know what I mean? That I was even there, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So those things cultured me, you know what I mean? Being around, my uncle sings with Toto right now. He's, hitting a lot of those high notes. I don't know, I'm supposed to be saying that.
Yeah.
But I was just telling your son in the car, I was like, he's like, gotta take a lot to drive me away from you. He's singing those notes.
Those notes up high.
My Uncle Fred, what's up, Fred? Uncle Fred White, he sang with everybody, man. So, it's a crazy ride. It's a crazy ride.
Dang. So tell us about your craziest ride. Come on.
The craziest ride?
Yeah.
It's hard to just put your finger on one. In what sense? Like, what do you mean?
Like, the craziest thing you did, like the first time when you stood on stage or your music was out there that you were like, wow.
Oh, I think when I was when I had my first project, I had my name wasn't Jazze Pha at the time. My name was Phelan.
Oh yeah,
I had a solo career on a lecture that I rather you not go and look at, but, but here you go, you'll post it on the thing, like yeah. So I had hair on my head at the time. So, man, I performed. I think it was at the Mid-South Coliseum or something like that in Memphis, Tennessee.
Okay,
and it was like it felt like people as far as the eye could see.
Yeah.
Because when you're in a stadium, and everybody goes up the side of the wall and all the way back as far, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to perform in front of all of those people and just to be terrified. And by the time I got out there and got to probably about a minute and a half into the song, it all went away. And everything else just kind of like is a blur.
Yeah.
And then you get off stage and everybody's like, oh my God, you made for this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think that was the thing that kind of the defining moment to say that you are now in the business.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's like
you're
where I
in it.
belong.
You're in it. You know what I mean? And then I think that the finite thing that is when you get that check for what you did. You know what I mean? You actually get a check. I mean, you
remember the first one?
Heck yeah.
The
big boy.
Talk to us. What was it? How much? Come on, man.
So it was when I signed with Elektra Records. It's a guy named Bob.
Who owned that?
Who
owned the Electric Records?
It was a guy named Bob Krasnow. He was the CEO at the time. The owner of it was God, I forgot his name. Oh, I don't know how I forget his name. But Bob Krasnow, who passed away. But Bob Krasnow was the CEO of the label. He also had Keith Sweat on his first album, pulled Keith Sweat out of the stock market and told him he had a hit record.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And also Busta Rhymes.
Oh,
Busta Rhymes was there. He was with Leaders of the New School at the time. He was literally at my first video shoot, which was called Dance Floor Life. Yeah. And now you're gonna go and look at, the damn video. Yeah, right. People gonna be like, oh my God. Yeah, but anyway, T-Pain already released it, so it's all good. Yeah. So, but he was there like, yo, Fallon, yo, B, we're over here, man. We supporting the label mates. You know what I'm saying? So these guys, like him and his crew, like jump out of a Subaru. It looks like. And it was the first time I was in New York City.
Okay,
I'm in New York, so like the first time I seen a spliff. You know what I mean? The guys were smoking a spliff. Yeah, and I've seen joints before, but like a blunt spliff, like rolling a tobacco paper. Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, what is that? You know what I'm saying? So
did you smoke it? Did you say smoke it?
Nah. It smelled terrible. Yeah. But they wrote me a check, and they brought the check to the to the video shoot, and they put it in my pocket, and it was like, open it. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like $250,000.
$250.
I'm like, bro, I'm like 17, I think, turning 18.
Really?
That was 18. I think I was 18
years old.
18 and a half. Yeah, and I'm like, man, they was like, yeah, that's the first half. I was like, the first half? So, but the dark side of that was I never read the paperwork for real.
Oh, sure.
My dad did.
Okay.
But,
So what happened?
That's another story.
No, we need that story.
Certain things
we need that.
I gotta save them. You know what I'm saying?
No, we need that story.
When it comes to the stuff about my dad, it's like we tight. You know what I'm saying? So,
sure.
but the truth is still the truth.
I got you.
You know what I mean? But
But listen, you got this first check. You're $250,000. What do you have to do for that? What did you have to do to earn that money?
Man, I'll just be great.
Yeah,
just be good at what I was doing. Just back then. It was different.
That's what I'm saying.
Your video shoot, a video that I shot, I think was $150,000. You know what I'm saying? And
so
it was
that
if you look at it, it's just kind of basic. I don't know who all the money went to, but it wasn't $150,000 video. Like looking back, and I'm like, come on, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But it's a lot of palms getting greased in between. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, things were different back then because you actually had to do real videos.
Yeah.
You didn't have all these green screens and all these stuff, these animated, stuff, AI, that can throw things up there.
My CD box was like this tall and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like it had my whole picture on it. Like, you remember those CD boxes, the long ones? They used to be in like, what was it, like cats and, you remember cats? Did they have cats?
Yeah.
And
all the
Tower.
Yep, the Tower. And you weren't doing vinyl back then though.
Yes, I was.
You were in the vinyl
for the DJs.
Okay.
For the DJs.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. I think Mark the 45 King remixed my first record. You ever heard of him?
Wow, I haven't.
He's from New York.
Okay.
Mark the 45 King. He Red Alert spun it. Remember Red Alert? Okay. You know who he is, right? Yeah. It's like some of the New York guys, and they really helped my career a lot.
That's awesome. $250,000. What do you go buy first?
I think I bought a chain.
That's it?
I bought a herringbone chain. It wasn't that expensive.
Yeah.
I didn't really. I was kind of in shock. Mm-hmm. So I think I sent something to my mom. Did a couple of did a couple of things. I didn't really go crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't go crazy. It was like I bought more clothes than anything. I love clothes.
I could tell. Look at you. Speaking of clothes, man. You're decked out, brother.
Come on, baby.
Where could I get me some of those?
FrostOriginals.com.
Yeah, that's your clothing line.
Yeah, Frost Originals.
How did you get to talk about the clothing line?
Me and my brother Frost. You know what I'm saying? Frost, he's a dope designer. And he
designs everything?
Yeah. He designs.
Awesome.
He designs the stuff.
Okay.
And I got an opinion on stuff, but right there, he designed this himself. You know what I mean? He's amazing. He's out on the West Coast. He's from New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? I found him on my guy Neil down at Citywide, like down here in Atlanta. Uh-huh. I shop with them all the time. Been shopping with them for over a decade, 2 decades, probably. Dang. Long time, but I've been rocking with them, and I go and I start liking this brand, and I I started looking at the logo and I was like, man, I like this. And I was like, man, I kept seeing things and they were ran out of my size. He's like, yeah, they only send 2. And I was like, oh, let me get that. Then so he said, call him, dude. He's a cool cat, man.
Yeah.
So I go out there and see him, and he's in L.A. And I went to visit him, and he kind of walked me around the facility and introduced me to everybody. And I noticed all the knowledge that he had about everything that he was doing. But then the backstory was he wasn't happy. So I said, oh, let me go over here and see what we can, do to make, things different. So right now we're in the process of doing some things. Shout out to Bone Crusher because Bone Crusher's helping a lot.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He rocks the brand. He rocks the brand as well.
All right,
Shaq rocks the brand. A lot of people rock the brand.
Your boy Wham would rock that. Come on,
yeah, man. I got you, dog.
I gotta get hooked up on that.
We're gonna put it together.
That's right. I know. I gotta get the Raiders hat. I'm actually heading out to Vegas tonight.
Yeah,
so
the Raiders. I mean, it just goes with the fit. I ain't a Raiders fan, but it looked good though.
It does.
Yeah.
It goes. But you could have went with the Falcons, man, being in Georgia, today.
I ain't going with the Falcons.
Nah, he's like,
I ain't no Falcons fan at all. Ever since Michael Vick left.
Oh, I know. Vick was...
Man, that boy was cold.
Dude, let me tell you what. I seen him do things on a football field no other man could do. You know what I mean? So... It's unfortunate.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he made a crazy mistake.
Yeah,
man.
For sure. 100%. Who's your team?
I don't really have a team. I really more so like players. You know what I'm saying?
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Go to Amazon today and purchase Money Management for Beginners, a book for everybody, especially younger kids. Kids that get money and don't know what to do with it. This is the best $20 you'll ever spend. We'll save you millions. That's right. I said millions of dollars if you start young and earn you the same. Amazon. Amazon.
All right, so let's talk about how you discovered Ciara.
Okay.
She came along, and how did you know that this girl had talent the way that she did? Like, what do you look for? How do you just know?
She was in a group. She was in a group called Hearsay.
Yeah.
Got one of my guys named T.A. He introduced me to her, and he was like, yo, check out the one over there on the left. You know what I'm saying? Immediately I knew, as soon as they were dancing and doing their thing, she just had something different. And she wasn't even singing that much, but she was like, well, when she danced, it was electrifying. And it was like kind of strange because she was so young, but she was sexy. You know what I'm saying? So
Sure.
I was always, every time she break out and dance, like we play music and we over there at DARP at Dallas Austin spot.
Okay.
So, Dallas got the fellas over there, they all older. I'm like, you want to be like a grandmother and throw something over, like, baby, you can't be twerking like that around these grown-ass men. But I knew she would be like a sexy rendition of like it's a mixture between Janet, who else? Paula Abdul, like,
but J-Lo.
J-Lo.
There you go.
And Michael.
Yeah.
She even got Michael Jackson in her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Chris Brown, all of that. She got all of that rolled up in one. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
She's just amazing.
What was the first thing you did when you met her as far as taking her to a different level? How do you elevate somebody that's in your industry?
Well, first of all, you get in there and you have a conversation. You talk the talk and find out what it is that she loves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so what we got to do is we got to break it down and to layman's terms. Everything it is. You like, okay, I'm liking you liking this guy. You want him to do this, or you believe in this, whatever your beliefs are. We're gonna get to whatever that is that you're feeling, and we want to get that out to the front, and find all of those people that feel the way that you feel, and those are the people that you talk to. You got to know who you're selling your hot dogs to.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So the process is we just get in there and we just vibe. Like 3 days, she come and hang out with me at the studio, and we didn't do any music. We just kicked it, vibed, laughed, had fun, told jokes. And on that 4th day, we came in. I think we recorded 2 songs the first day. The next day, recorded a song. Next day, that first week, we pretty much had all of the songs, I think besides one, they were all on the album, and that's rare.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
that's energy, that's synergy. You know what I'm saying? And that's chemistry.
Right.
I mean, we had a chemistry that was untouched.
Where does your knowledge come in? Do you more music, you more beats, or your lyrics? Where you at?
I'm the enchilada.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
Pretty much, especially with my brother Javon, like with us together, like we become a one-stop shop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We could do everything from podcasting to putting together a band, to dressing that band, to from soup to nuts, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know,
You got
editing,
moves?
shoot
You
the
got
video.
moves too? You dance?
Yep, got the moves too.
got the moves too?
All of that. You know what I'm saying? So me being like a break dancer and into, performance, I love Michael Jackson. I love, you know what I'm saying, all the great performers. So I'm knowing what to see. I know what I need to see, because this thing is not all about just music. It's about entertainment. It's about the entertainment business. Once you get out of the entertainment business, then you get out of the money.
Right.
The money is in the entertainment business. You can have a bad contract, but still have a great career.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So if you can entertain, if you can dance your way up out of that paper sack, you'll be all right.
Yeah. How do you feel about all these shows that are out there now? These American Idols, the dance shows, America's Got Talent. Do you think that's a good avenue for some of these artists?
Great avenue. I think that people need to see that so that they can know that it's possible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like you said, you wrote "Don't Stop Believing."
That's right. Don't stop.
You know what I'm saying? Hang on to that feeling, baby. You gotta, and because if we don't say something, then people will never know that they can be great. They're just looking at the same. It becomes like a treadmill. It's like you just walking and you're not going anywhere.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, they've got to know that they can be great. So I think those things are great.
Yeah. Did you ever, consider yourself a better producer or a better performer?
Probably a better producer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
It's just because I've been doing it so long, and I just go so hard at it.
Yeah.
But my aim was never to be a producer. My aim was to be an artist. I wanted to be an artist.
Right.
But I got dropped from my label.
Okay.
And when I got dropped, there's a guy named Terry Starks who was also like.
Who would drop you?
Man,
Come
listen,
on, man.
Well, what happened was my CEO at the time, Bob Krasnow, I was talking about.
Yeah.
He had passed away.
Uh-oh.
So he passed away while I was on the label. So then they brought in a new guy by the name of Ruben Rodriguez. And he brought in like Diggable Planets. He brought in like a few different acts.
Sure.
So, when the new guy comes in, all the old stuff goes out.
Gotta go.
You know how that
house. Yeah.
If it wasn't gold selling records or better, and my project was new, I probably didn't have 100,000 sales at the time. So I was just probably 6 months into my deal.
Right.
So it was a crazy end for me, but a new beginning. So I had a studio with my my guy, and his name was Terry Starks, and my dad was managing me at the time. We had a label in Memphis called Mega Jam Records, and so we had a studio there. So in that studio, he had some personnel, a kid named Mike, and Mike and he would show me how to work the equipment. He said, "Bro, the whole time you've been doing these records, you've been producing them the whole time. So you just haven't been programming them. But listen to the guys that program your stuff without you. It doesn't sound the same because you didn't produce it." He said, "Now what you need to do is turn this drum machine on and get into this. We're going to load these sounds in. What sounds do you like? Show me how to load the sounds. Show me how to sample them. Put them in there." Sold one record. Sold 2 records. Sold 3. Make 500, 300, 400. Next thing you know, somebody go. I met Eric Sermon. He was the first person that said, "Yo, B, I'm doing these records. I'm doing these remixes. Can you do the beat to them? And then I'm going to put my name on them. And then I put your name on them too. But, I'm going to give you $10,000. I was like, what? Like, they made $10,000 for a beat?
Right.
And shout out to MC Breed, man. God rest his soul. MC Breed was the first person that put me on. You know what I'm saying? MC Breed and my manager, shout out to her too, Carolyn Miller. You know what I'm saying? My ex-manager, she passed away as well.
Sounds like, man, you had a really good, easier road, though, because you were around a lot of people. Your daddy put you in
easy
a circle.
road, I definitely was cultured.
You know
I
what
was
I mean?
cultured, and easy is not the word because I did fire my dad. You know what I'm saying? So I was no longer under his umbrella. I was no longer in his house, and I was in Memphis. So basketball player by the name of Todd Day, he used to play for the Dallas Mavericks, but he lived in Memphis. He was like, bro, you
What
always.
year is this?
This was like 93, 94.
Early 90s.
93. He says, 94. He says, bro, you're always talking about Atlanta. Because I had gone to Atlanta before with my dad, and my dad had a girlfriend out there at the time. And he was like, man, you love Atlanta. He said, man, why don't you go out to Atlanta, man, and come out? Like, I ain't got no money. I didn't have any money. So he's like, man, he gave me $1,500. See, he was 13 or 15, who's counting? I mean, but it was me, my manager, and 2 other guys. So it's 4 of us. We all packed up in the car and come to Atlanta, and we were right there on Howell Mill, right there where that Walmart closed down.
I know Howell Mill. I
Yep,
know.
right on Howell Mill. Well, right there, it was an old hotel that had rats in it. It was called Castlegate, the Castlegate Hotel.
Oh yeah.
And we were right there, and we were down to our last money, man. Like, I'm talking about, like, so we walk into a studio with MC Breed. I don't know if you know who MC Breed is. He was very good friends with Tupac.
Okay.
So Tupac and Breed were very good friends, and they had really, really big records together. And so I walk in with Breed. He's got his own things. He's with Ichiban Records. He's independent, and he's making money. So he's putting these records out, and he's doing a record with DJ Hurra. Hurra is like the DJ for Beastie Boys. So he's a big deal at the time.
Sure.
So, you know, this guy's,
the
guys up under, still making thousands, a lot of money. So I walk into the studio, I'm in there. He comes out the booth. He was in the booth when I got there. He said, yo, so Jazze, he says, I heard about you, man. You're supposed to be the man, huh? So I got a Nike box with my disc in it. I got every configuration. You want that play? You want a dat? You want a CD? What you want to hear? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He said, so play me something. He said, play me something. So I heard somebody saying before he walked out of there, hey, the budget's open. We're looking for music. Da-da-da. He's talking to I was like, oh, yeah.
You're like, my time's a shine.
Yes, Lord. So he says, play a song. So I played that. He said, oh, yeah, that's hard. So he says, play number 2. Second record. He said, who's got that? I look at my manager. Nobody got that. He said, you did that? I was like, yeah. He said, play me another one. Said, you did? I want to do that one right now. He said, can I record that? I said, yeah, you can record it. I got the disc right here. Boom. So he didn't even go there. So he has a sidebar with my manager and said.
What song do you do off of it?
It was a song called, I can't even remember what the damn song was. I can't remember. It's like that, I think. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a hit. But it was a good record though.
Yeah.
But so they have a sidebar to him and my manager, Carolyn, is like, so what are you guys doing tomorrow? So I'm looking like, and he can't ask me, so how long you guys gonna be here? We like looking at each other like, what the hell? So he kind of reads between the lines because I guess they kind of had a conversation. So he goes and talks to his partner. His name is Jabri. He lives in the house with him. So he throws in the keys and says, hey, drive up to the house and clean out that room across from my room and put them in that room.
Took you in.
Took me in.
Just like no more
that
rats.
Day.
No more rats.
No more rats. Look, so we come in there. He's got, we on the top floor, you know what I'm saying? So his quarters with him and he had a newborn baby.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Yeah. So downstairs is the basement. You come down to the middle and then down in the bottom is the basement. So I go down to the basement studio. It's like, I didn't come out the basement.
I was gonna say that's.
I never slept in that room. I can't even remember if I slept in that room ever.
Yeah.
Because they had remember it was futons?
Oh yeah.
I rolled that thing out every morning. Boy, they'd be like, oh, you already down there. He'd be down there in his boxers. I'm ready. I'm ready to rap. You ready? I'm like, yeah. So he got me up out of there. From there, I met Redman, Method Man, LL Cool J, reunited with Keith Sweat, worked with Too Short. Too Short really, really put me on again. Like, he really put me on some major records with George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic and, like, all of those people, like, you know what I mean? So, and Eric Sermon and Keith Murray and, crazy.
So what's the difference when you have a record, and try to explain this to the viewers too, because records are confusing. A lot of people say, they hear the music, okay, which is the record, and then of course the lyrics go with it, and then you get the performer performing it.
Right.
But it could be different people that's doing it. And the music can actually be sold again.
Yeah.
Okay, with some whole different, setup and tunes and somebody else singing it, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever sold your music to multiple people?
The same music?
The same record, just tweaked it a little bit, just to, some people do that, man. Back then, they were doing that.
I do variations.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
variation.
Because
that's a good word.
because somebody will say like, "Yo, I want a record like 1-2 step." There's only one 1-2 step.
Can't do it, right?
I'm not doing another 1-2 step. Ciara would kill me.
Right.
She's like, bro, like really? She be calling me like, you know what I'm saying? But I have done records that sound dangerously similar and then put them under another name. You know what I mean? I say, yo, you know this ain't gonna be produced by me. It's gonna be produced by Flash.
What's the one that you thought was gonna be the biggest hit and it turned out it was a flop? That you were like, this is the one, and then it was like, nah. And then the one
it was a flop, so you would never know it.
Well, in your mind though, it was
probably my records.
Yeah.
Yeah, like man, when you're doing records, you don't think you're gonna flop.
Yeah.
You don't think you're gonna flop. You don't think you're gonna take off. Everybody's believing. People give you all this money. You think you made it.
Right.
You think you're gonna be getting these checks all the time.
What was the one though that you were like, it's so good, but then it took off on you? But you might not even liked it.
Might not even liked it.
Do you have any of those?
I like my music.
You like all your music?
I don't put it out if I don't like it.
All right, but sometimes these people like artists like it. And you're like, okay.
Well, my first hit record was Show Enough. It was called Show Enough. The hoes in the club, Show Enough.
Oh.
So I had this record. That was my first hit record.
Yours. That was yours.
My first hit record was with 8 Ball and MJG. You ever heard of them?
Yes, I have.
8 Ball and MJG with Tila. And if the record was so big, I had to move to Houston. It was that big in Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the record. Like I knew it was a good record, but I didn't know it was that big. I didn't know it was that big of a record. And that was the record that I named my label, Show Enough Records, that Ciara was on because of my first hit record. And that's the record that started everything.
Hi, I'm Phil Benamino, CEO and founder of Cost Plus Processing, the company that provides financial services to your business. We provide things such as POS systems, ATM machines, and check services. One of the biggest things that we strive ourselves here at Cost Plus Processing is our customer service. We are an A+ rated with the BBB with customer service, and we're proud to say we're here in the United States with all of our customer service agents. Our objective is to actually teach you and educate you about the costs that you're currently paying and show you ways where you can eliminate those costs that you no longer have to pay. One of the biggest programs that are out there today is our dual pricing program, where you actually can offer your customers now a choice of how they want to pay. Do they want to pay with cash or do they want to pay with card? And if they pay with card, it actually helps you to absorb the card fees, so you no longer have to pay the fees like you've done for many, many years. Cost Plus Processing aligns ourselves with some of the top POS companies out there in the industry today. For example, we have perfected the car dealership industry, and our dedicated team are equipped to manage a variety of online payment forms and financing options that merchants require in this advanced ecosystem of payments. If you have a restaurant, we are proud to be able to manage the ongoing difficulties that arise from this fast-paced industry, and you're looking for pay at the table, where customers can easily swipe their cards, tap their cards, and make their payments with tip, and also have a choice of how they want to pay, we have the solutions for you here at Cost Plus. We want to help other small business owners make their dreams come true by providing the best financial support. From barbershops to liquor stores, having the ability to take payments scheduled online and make calculating tip sharing an easy task only helps business owners put more attention and money into what really matters the most. Also, Cost Plus Processing is on the front end of AI. We can also provide you kiosks for your business, so customers can walk over to the kiosk and order anything that they want. Likewise, if you're having problem getting employees in the kitchen to work, we can also provide you robots that will actually deliver your food straight to the customer. I want to thank you for the time that you took to learn a little bit about Cost Plus Processing, and most importantly, why we are the future of merchant processing.
Are you very thankful for Ciara? for
Absolutely.
those types of interactions
Absolutely.
and bringing you to a different level?
Absolutely, because I didn't know that having my own artist would be so beneficial. Because people don't talk about the 150 million records I sold. They always talk about that one record.
Right.
They talk about Ciara. They talk about the thing that you made.
Right.
Because you didn't make Method Man, you didn't make Eric Sermon, you didn't make all those guys. We know all those guys. But what did you make?
Right. Are you still trying to do that? Are you out there looking for the next
Oh,
Ciara?
yeah.
Constantly. So
yeah.
what do you look for? Like, tell me somebody that's out there and they're like, oh, that's me. You know, Jazzy, come find me. You know, what type of qualities? What are you looking for?
Man, like I said before, like
because it's easy.
I'm looking for people.
Out.
I'm looking for people who can entertain.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's one thing. Because I know now, and you know, people are looking for somebody that's got a social media presence and all of that, and that's good too. Because nowadays it's different because you got to have somebody who goes to work. Because I can't sign somebody and then start paying your bills.
That's right.
For what?
Right.
It ain't gonna make you work. I want to see what kind of work you're doing. The people that are doing the work are the ones that are going to get the win. So it's like, okay, well, I got multiple things to do. I can't sit up here and make sure that you're coming to work. You ain't at work? I'm cool.
Yeah, but you know,
They gotta work.
how do you pull the greatness out of artists that don't believe in themselves? But you see it.
I'll let them sit on the bench,
You know?
and watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if they don't get up off the bench, they don't play.
Gotcha.
It's just like that. It's always somebody who's ready to go. So it doesn't belong to you until it belongs to you. It ain't yours until you get the title.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I could say what I want to say about you. But tomorrow, if you don't believe, then I can't make you believe. I can believe now. I'm gonna do everything in my power to get you where you need to go. But I can see it. I can see it from the gate. I know who's gonna work. I pretty much know because they're already working.
Yeah.
I just want to add fuel to the fire.
What about behind the scenes, man? Is there any animosity between different producers and different people? Is there any competition? Zero.
Competition, of course.
You know?
It's friendly competition.
Yeah, but
know what
that's
I'm saying?
the difference. You know, but you hear
Yeah,
about...
because I'll see somebody and they be like, yeah, da-da-da-da. But, you know, they play the songs and they're like, shh. And then I called my brother Javon that you saw, my best friend. That shit sucked. Boy, we gonna stop that. Ooh. And then sometimes they have the other things going on behind the scenes that make their record bigger. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about who puts in the work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I learned.
What do you see some of the biggest changes, especially coming into the, obviously you're 2026, but over the next 4 or 5 years, you know, what do you think is going to help people get the edge?
I think getting the edge is to be knowing. Knowing is, like, you've heard this time and time again, that knowing is half of the battle. You know, knowing is half of the battle. Like, once you get out there and once you know exactly what you're doing and what you're getting into, then that's it. You know, okay, if there's AI, you got to know it. You got to know about it. You got to be, you don't run from it because it's happening. You know,
It ain't going
whenever you look down the street and you see a car driving itself,
yeah,
you better pay attention.
That's right.
There's somebody making this happen. So you've got to be ahead of the curve.
Right.
Or else you're gonna be looking like a 8-track tape deck.
Right. Speaking of AI right now, they're doing this with the music world, right? They're making a lot of artists
heavy, and they're fighting. It's a fight.
Yeah, you know what I mean? They're avatar artists.
Yeah.
But they're playing records like your music.
Yeah.
Are you involved in that?
I'm not involved with it as we speak, but I mean, it's one of those things that it can happen.
Yeah. People go this nationwide now.
Yeah.
You put on a concert.
I'm kind of looking at it with a side eye, but I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna take my eye off of it.
You got to be real. I mean, think about it. You go to Madison Square Garden and you play, right? You're an artist. You play at Madison Square Garden. How many tickets can you sell? And that's one of the largest ones out there, right?
Yeah.
Think about, or you could do a concert for the whole nation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? On a computer screen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where people can go
Simulcast.
to your concert and everybody can watch it.
Everybody.
And you imagine how many tickets you could sell then. So, yeah, you got to pay attention to that stuff.
But still, I mean, it's still nothing like that interaction.
Yeah.
Still nothing like that interaction. It's still a pseudo feeling. It's like
I love the interaction, but I'm worried, man. That shit's going away, man. The younger generation, it's hard.
And the live is always going to be there.
Yeah.
It's always going to be there. It's like, it's the difference between commerce and greed. You know what I'm saying? But you got to, like, when the love and the passion is there, you know what I'm saying? You're going to always have a group of people that can get into a room and want to feel a vibe and want to hear a prayer or want to sing a song together, want to cry about it, want to love, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like that can't be, transposed. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's cold.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. They're teaching these AI stuff how to have feelings too. Now they're creating them to, you can have your own woman as an AI and you can make her the way you want her to make her.
I don't want no AI girl.
I know. I'm just saying.
I was seeing them online. I be like, wait a minute, hold on.
It's like going to the store and picking out a damn a bear off the shelf, only picking it the way you want it.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, but it is worrisome. But I think there's going to be a day and time where people are going to actually pay for human interaction.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we're losing track of that. And you're right. There ain't nothing better than getting together and jam, especially if you're an artist. Obviously, artists do that all the time. But what stands out in an artist? What makes more? And yeah, showing up, going to work, doing those things, obviously is important. But I think consistency too.
Being on time, being considerate, being respectful. You know what I mean? And and really having a love and a passion for it, like knowing how to turn it on and off. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Being humble but superhuman. You know what I'm saying? That's that superstar. That's that it thing that make you feel like, you know what I'm saying? When Spider-Man's Peter Parker and he just drops down and puts his head on the ground and look around like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Humble's a very important word because especially in the music industry, when people get famous and they do well, you know what I mean? They start getting a little bit cocky or forgetting where they come from, and they forget about that. They have to be balanced. Talk about something that's really knocked you on your ass one time that, you had to stop and reflect and say, I need maybe change some things. Maybe I got to fix some things in my life or change some things because I'm going down the wrong path. That ever happened to you?
I think just really giving to people that weren't giving back, that weren't reciprocating the love. You know what I mean?
That's key.
We walking in. You get. I got $1 million check. I got $1 million check when I did my first publishing deal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when I got that check, I got 20, 30 people in tow. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So when you walk into the club, you're in this section and you look around when that bill comes and people
Everybody got the alligator
you got
arms?
people over there, you got people over there.
They got the alligator arms.
Right, yeah, yeah. I mean, and then my crew just started shrinking because the funds were depleting, and I didn't know much about taxes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And I thought I had 100,000 every time I had 100,000.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No.
And there was a couple of years why I didn't do that, so I paid for it later.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even now, they send me stuff from 2006. I'm like, remember?
That's right.
They will remind your ass.
They will. You know what? I teach this. In fact, I wrote my first book last year, Money Management Rules for Beginners. To try to teach the younger generation because that's exactly it. People need to have rules and have to understand everybody has a partner. Who's your partner? When you get your first check. You said it.
Oh yeah. My brother Javon.
No, it ain't your brother. It's the IRS. They're your partner. They're your partner. They're getting a piece of your revenue, no matter what. Yeah. So they're getting it. If they're getting 33% of your revenue, then you got to learn to live off of 33% as well. Yeah. When I come from my law office, once I get through with my attorney's fees and stuff like that, they be like, "You want to do these estimated taxes?" I was like, "Yep." Off the rip. I don't even want to see it. How much is the check? How much? What it was going to be? Right.
I try to put something on the top of it to make it not hurt so bad. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Whatever I want, I'm like, let me put something on top of it. What's the taxes going to be on that? Can y'all eat that?
Right.
They be like, you getting smart, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You definitely got to be a little bit creative and you learn.
You got to put a cushion on top of everything
you learn the hard way. People don't realize it. I had a couple of athletes, sitting there. You make a $10,000 sign or $10 million signing bonus. People think, you got $10 million. No, you got a 5. half of that's gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying and stuff. So it's like, and then of course, you know, you traveling. Everybody wants tickets. Everybody needs a hotel to stay at. Everybody wants good
Definitely got to
seats.
have some creative financial people too.
Yes, yes, you do.
Got to be creative.
Yes, you do. You got to definitely find those things. What are some of your fears, man, that you have? Obviously, you know, you're not 20 anymore. You know what I mean? You're getting better. But I think you're getting better in time. I'm sure.
Yeah.
But do you got any fears that you have in your industry at all?
Fears.
Yeah,
I think I got a great mother, man. I have a great family.
that's good.
I don't really fear anything.
No fears at all.
No.
Really?
I don't receive it.
I like that.
I don't receive it.
Really? Not afraid.
I'm scared of needles.
Okay, well, there's a scare.
I'm scared. I'm scared of
What
needles.
about death?
But not really.
What about death?
Not really.
What about not knowing who you are?
I'm not scared of that because I know
Yeah.
I don't have.
Get dementia, something like that.
Well,
You know?
I mean, if that happens, then that's God's will.
Yeah, that's God's
It
will.
is what it is. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, you wouldn't know.
I won't know.
That is true. That is true. You would not.
I wouldn't know.
All right, so Jazze, this is part of the show. I want to ask you some quick, rapid questions for you.
All right.
All right. Will you give me some quick answers here?
All right, bet.
All right. Number one, first
All right.
hit that you made, you felt like I made it.
Yeah.
Which one?
Sure enough.
Sure enough. Harder to make a club banger or a slow R&B song?
Slow R&B song.
Okay.
For me.
Studio vibe. You like lights low or bright?
It depends.
Okay.
It depends. Bright after the fact when we make a hit, because I want everybody to see what's going on in the room, but low because when we catching the vibe and trying to catch the vibe.
All right, so catching the vibe.
Yeah.
Artists who surprise you the most in the booth?
In the booth,
Yep.
CeeLo Green,
Okay.
T.I., Master P.
Oh.
Master P surprised the hell out of me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's dope
Yeah.
in the booth.
All right. Beat first or hook first?
It depends. Cause sometimes, okay, you just like your bar out there. We at the bar. We got a bunch of pretty girls. They standing on top of the bar. I might have the chorus right there. You know, pretty girls dancing on the bar.
Look, he just making that now.
Shawty, you a star. Ooh, you can wear my glasses. Ooh, I want to touch all of your asses.
Oh,
you feel me?
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So it'll come just like that. Oh, I will go to the side while everybody's dancing, and I will sing that into my phone. Because everything
You got to record it all.
is a song.
Right.
Everything is a song, and there's a feeling behind it, and it's not contrived. It's real. It's the
Right.
real deal. So a lot of my ideas come from when they turn the lights on and the party's over. And a lot of time people be like, "Why are you going to the club? The club closes at 3, and you didn't get here till 12:30 or 1:15." It's like, yeah, but you know, I didn't come to set up. I came to clean up.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
I like that. I like that.
You get her drunk, and we get her crunk.
Oh, hey, just like that.
Yeah.
All right, one word that describes your sound.
Infectious.
I like it. All right. Most underrated skill of a producer.
His brain
Legacy or
power.
money?
His brain power.
Legacy or money?
A legacy.
Song you made that should have been bigger.
Show enough.
Boom.
Should have been bigger.
There you go. Should have been bigger.
Yeah.
It still can grow. That's a good thing. It's evergreen.
Yeah, still growing.
That's what I'm saying. It's evergreen. That's a good thing about music. Like, you know, look at all these, you know, people that are gone. You know, you got Michael Jackson music still killing it. Elvis still
living.
killing it for great.
Still
You know what I mean?
going. Oh.
Yeah, I mean that's what's great
That's
about
the
it.
thing about great songs, man. They're the things that keep on giving.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
All the time, for sure. You know what? You started the the ladies and gentlemen. What tell us a little bit about that and how that, you know, became your thing.
Well, speaking of Show Enough, right? So Show Enough was big in Houston. So there were a lot of producers running around Houston, Texas at the time, and they were like looking for work. I guess, and a lot of them made Southern classic music and stuff like that. So when I did the record, sure enough, I never tagged the record. I never said that I did the record on the record. And I was kind of not cool with the label because they wanted to sign me and I wouldn't sign.
Yeah.
So they never put my name on the record.
Mm.
They never, like, so when you look it up now, certain places you can see it, like in my discography and stuff, you'll see that I did the record.
Yeah.
But if you go on like iTunes and stuff like that, it might look, you know, it says lossless or something like that. I don't know what that means, but I mean, give me my credit. I mean, but back then it was like people were running around with bigger names than me saying that they produced the record.
Right.
So I'm like, no, they didn't. So I became the guy running around singing my hook to everybody. Yeah, I did the song, you know, hoes in the club show. No, it was like, oh, that is you. Look at the video. It's me. You know what I'm saying? So, but everybody's not going to see the video. So I was watching James Brown, and it was like a throwback, like a video of him on the Ed Sullivan show or something like that. And Ed Sullivan introduced him. But a funny thing happened because James Brown had his own guy introducing him.
Yeah.
So he came out and he says, ladies and gentlemen, there are 7 wonders of the world. You are about to witness the 8th. The JBs, super bad. Papa's got a brand new bag. He started naming all these songs. Ladies and gentlemen, James Brown. I said, ooh, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that's cold. You know, and it stuck. It just stuck.
That was it.
I just started putting it on, and then other things happened. Oh boy, and like that was just from you know the Bay Area, from people like E40 and you know people like that. You know, I was a fan of those guys. You know what I'm saying? They, like a lot of those West Coast antics, like for Shizzle, Finzel. You know, Fizzle for Shizzle. That's some L.A. Bay Area. That's West Coast type.
That
vibe.
Snoop Dogg come from the Snoop,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But I kind of got it from Too Short because I was around Short. Then I got around Snoop.
Gotcha.
Then you know.
Did you work with Snoop?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. How was he in the studio? What was it like back in the day?
Oh man,
You
Snoop
know.
was just like working with your cousin.
He's everywhere now.
yeah,
He's doing everything.
Like
I mean,
probably
he's
the most
Olympics
popular
now.
dude in the world. Like you know
know?
what I'm saying, Snoop Dogg. I mean, I've been working with Snoop forever. Dr. Dre actually took me on his tour.
Yeah.
Like DOC actually took me.
Yeah.
DOC, he took me out on a tour with them. He was like, man, you got to get cuts. You got to get out here and work with Dr. Dre. I was like, yeah, well, take me.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, come on. He said, somebody didn't come and they got rooms for all of these cities. He was like, come out with us. It was like 14 cities. I was like, I bet.
Yeah.
So I was on the Chronic 2000 tour.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so I was out there with Eminem and all of them.
Doing it all, doing it
Yeah.
hard. Yeah.
Yeah, Ice
You got
Cube
some
was
good-
there.
Got some good memories, don't you?
Crazy memories.
What was one of the biggest memories you can think of, having them all there together?
Being backstage with Michael Jackson,
Yeah.
being a kid. I was a kid, man. I wish I had a camera, but I'm backstage. I got on a tour jacket. I'm with my dad, and he was like, "Man, you look just like your dad. You look just like James." Because my dad's name is James.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, "You look just like James. I remember James when you took us to someplace. It was so great." He was just talking. I was like, dang, what's Michael Jackson? So you can even imagine when I went to school, man, and I had on a tour jacket and a backstage pass. Like, it was so crazy, like between classes that I had to actually tuck it in and take my jacket off.
Yeah.
Because I was causing too much of a commotion in the school.
That's funny.
Yeah, so,
You're not a troublemaker though.
yeah.
You're not a troublemaker.
Nah,
You do it with a
good
smile.
trouble. It's
Or you
always
do it with a smile.
always the good trouble.
If you could go back in time and tell your old young 20-year-old self what you need to do different, what would it be?
Read the paperwork.
Yeah. Okay. So you got bit.
Yeah.
You got bit.
Yeah, but I'm better now. But you know, it took a minute.
Yeah. But you know what? People need to hear that because that's
Yeah.
true. You
Yep.
know what I mean? Like you learn the
Yep.
hard way. Like
And not just read the paperwork because they trick you with the therefores and the hithertos and the, you know what I'm saying, and the herefore, you know, tell them to put that shit in layman's terms. You know what I mean? And when you go with your attorney, make sure he puts it in layman's terms.
well, now you can chat it. Just throw it right in chat.
Yeah,
And let it know.
and take anything like because what they need to really do and make a law that they take anything that regular people don't understand. That's what layman terms means, and put it in the contract exactly how it is.
Yes.
We take this, you get that.
That's right. That's right.
What do I get?
Yeah.
That's all we want to know.
Oh, I know.
What do I get? What do I get? If I give
And what
you
do I
this,
got to do?
Right.
And what do I got to do?
we got to do for it?
Yeah, exactly.
And how long we got to do it?
Yeah. Did you ever get caught in on some situations that you didn't want to be part of?
Oh,
Yeah.
of course.
Did you go to any Diddy parties?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
it
I
like?
never went to the freak joints.
No.
I mean, everybody's been to Diddy parties. I mean, Diddy
I ain't been to Diddy party. I
Diddy
guess
had some of the
everybody.
greatest parties ever, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we went to a party, man. And I think it was like, man, Robert De Niro, Halle Berry, everybody you could think of was at that party.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? One of the hardest parties in the world to get in, like, because I was late. You know, you
were late.
Yeah, it was late, and it was in New York City, so
Right.
you know. But his best parties were in Miami.
Yeah.
Miami, like New Year's joints.
Good times.
They were nice, yeah.
Good times. You surprised by all the shit that happened with him?
Yeah, to a certain extent. I mean, yeah. I was surprised. I had no idea. I didn't know. I mean,
Really?
I heard some
You
things.
didn't know anything?
You
Come
heard,
on, man.
I mean,
Come on,
you
man.
hear things. But man, you know, Diddy's one of my boys. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's like, that's my dog. You know what I mean? So you always always hold your people in high regard. You know what I'm saying? He sent checks to my house. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he really looked out.
He took care of you.
Yeah, he did. He did. He was a good businessman.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, he fucking built an empire for sure.
And people
know what
could
I mean?
say all day
Exactly.
how they don't have time to answer the phone, to pick up the phone. I don't care when you call Diddy. You understood why he was great, because some point in that day, you're going to get a call back.
Yeah.
Whether it's short, if you don't want nothing, it might be very short. But if there's something, he's going to say, yo, I can't do it. I can do it. Let's see. How can we make that happen?
That's awesome.
You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Or, yeah, pull up. I'm in town. I am in town. Well, talk to so-and-so. Say, I'm about to text you the number right now.
Nice.
Make sure you're there before such and such a time, because we're going to be gone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he give you the detail. He's very, you know, he's one of those guys. And he was a fan of my work. So, you know, it was important.
Yeah, but I can think everybody's a fan of you, man.
No,
not everybody. No?
No.
Who's the one person that's not a fan?
I ain't going to name him.
Come on, man. Come on. Who are you not a fan of?
It's not important.
Who are you not a fan of?
I'm not a fan of the devil.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
So anybody who walks in that path, I ain't a fan of none of them.
That's a good answer.
Yeah. So anybody who walks in that path, I don't have nothing against y'all, but you know.
What we got going on in 2026? What do we got to look forward to with it?
Man, more clothes. We're bringing the clothes. I got my glasses too. Shout out to Vintage Frames. You know what I'm saying? I got my glasses. The red ones are out right now. I'll give you guys the get down. You know, hit me up in Jazze Pha. You know what I'm saying? That on Facebook. What is it? I think DJ Jazze Pha on TikTok.
Yeah,
You
we'll
know
throw
what
it
I'm
all
saying?
up there. We'll get
Yeah,
the
you
links
put it
out
all
there. We'll
out.
put it all
Lay it
for
out.
you.
Lay it out for me.
Throw that out, man.
Yeah. But we're doing a one-stop shop.
Oh.
You know, I'm trying to think of what we're gonna call it. You know, maybe Show Enough in Tandem or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm thinking about something with tandem. I don't know. I like that word. But we're gonna do probably a big warehouse type thing. And with you can come in, you can get your life in entertainment. You can do podcasting. You can come and you can edit. You can record.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can lounge. You can kick it. We can have an open space for entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So it's just going to be a one-stop shop.
Cool. That's cool. When do you expect that to be open?
Probably in the next year or so.
Okay.
We ain't gonna waste no time. We ain't gonna study.
Well,
long.
Cost Plus, we got the credit cards hooked up for you.
Come on, let's do
So
it.
we'll take care of that
We got
for
to
you.
talk. We got to talk
Yes,
about that.
Facts.
So help us out. You know
Absolutely,
what I'm saying?
100%.
We get some breaks.
That's right. You get all breaks, man.
Yeah,
You
we need
pay
the hardware. We need
zero
everything.
fees, baby.
You feel me?
Zero
We need
fees.
we need some. We're gonna need some hardware.
I got you.
Yeah.
You ain't got to worry about that. Anything left to say to the viewers, man, that are out there, young people out there looking at you, they're idolizing you, wanting to be you. What do you got?
Man,
for 'em?
listen. One thing you got to know, man, You know, there's nothing wrong with being you. Nothing wrong with being yourself. Everybody else is already taken anyway. So you got to be the leader of you. And there's nothing wrong with traveling the path less traveled, seldom traveled by the multitude, because that's where the greatness is. And if you're a leader, you're blazing a trail. And if leadership, if leadership is what you want, you got to be a server. If you go to any place where you love to eat or where you are, you always notice that the leader is always serving. Where it rolls up them sleeves and be like, oh, it's getting heavy around here. I'm going to serve. Those are the great places. That's why you go, because the service is great. And you got to know that if serving is beneath you, then leadership is beyond you.
Boom. There you have it, baby. Go out there and be a leader, man. And as your boy Wham Bam always says,
Wham Bam.
If your life was a movie, would it be worth watching? And if the answer is no, stop being ordinary and start being extraordinary. Till next Wednesday, baby, stay positive and keep testing negative.
And don't stop believing.
Let's go.
Hold on to that feeling. Oh, boy.
Yeah.